Hello and welcome to Crafting with Craft Elf. Today we're going to make a simple beaded keychain. This is a great project for young children and uses very few supplies. You're going to start with a key ring. Doesn't really matter what size it is, they come in many sizes, and one pipe cleaner. You're going to fold over 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch on the top end of the pipe cleaner like so. You're going to slide the key ring into the fold of the pipe cleaner and twist the short end of the pipe cleaner around the longer end of the pipe cleaner. Now when you do this, you want to be careful not to twist it so tightly that you can't move the pipe cleaner, so you can't slide it around the ring. You want to keep it nice and loose. It's a good idea if you do this step for the child. But then they can move on to the fun part, which is to thread the beads onto the pipe cleaner. Since the pipe cleaner is nice and stiff, it's easy to put the beads on it. So you just simply thread pony beads onto the pipe cleaner. And you can let the children do it random colors, or you can ask them to do a pattern. It is a fantastic way to teach patterning. So I just slip the bead on the end and then slide it all the way down to the end that has the ring on it. You just keep adding beads. I'm adding 2 at a time. I started with orange, 2 green, 2 white, 2 yellow. Now I'm going to go back to orange because I'm doing a pattern. So 2 orange, 2 green, and so on. And you just keep adding the beads until it's the length that you'd like. A couple years ago, I had my 2-year-old nephew over a couple weeks before Christmas, and we made key rings for his mom and dad. Now the first key ring he made was for his dad, and he made the beads go so far to the end that we almost didn't have enough room to fold over the pipe cleaner to secure them on the end, which I will show you in a moment. By the time we got to making one for his mom, he had had about enough of it, and she had about 4 or 5 beads on hers. But it doesn't matter, she was still thrilled with it, and it was still adorable. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 more yellow ones on, and then I'm going to fasten the end off. So this is how long I would like mine to be. You can have it go all the way to the end if you'd like, as I said before, but when you get to whatever your stopping point is, you want to just cut a little bit beyond where the last bead is, like so, and fold the end down over onto the beads so that the beads don't slip off. And there you have it, a simple beaded keyring. Now you may have noticed that I used wire cutters to cut my pipe cleaners. A pipe cleaner, if you're not familiar with them, is basically a wire with this fuzzy stuff on the outside of it. And the reason I use the wire cutters is if you use your regular scissors, you will dull your scissors over time. So you can use scissors, but I would not recommend using a very expensive or very good set of scissors. You can also, if you don't want to have to cut it, you can just have the children make it all the way to the end. So another thing you can do, if you don't want to make it all the way to the end, you can bend it and then twist whatever's left around your finger or a pencil, and that will use it up. They won't have to put the beads on it, and it'll give it a little twist, and that also will keep the beads on. So there's many options that you can do. And another thing is, when the children are done, you can ask them to go back and count how many beads they put on the key ring. It's a great learning activity, so give it a try. You can find this project and many more craft projects at www.craftelf.com. Stop by and pick out some other projects. Happy crafting!